Hello and welcome to episode 1 of our Chase the Ace career mode. If you haven't already seen the startup videos, we've got a setup guide and all the rules there in some videos in the playlist for this series. But we're going to jump into this. This is season number 1. Now, it's pretty much a simulated season, but I will play a couple of games so we can see these lads in action. We are, of course, with HJK Helsinki in the Bundesliga 2, and we are setting up our Ace team here in season number 1. So it'll probably be 1 or 2 episodes we'll have here with HJK Helsinki, trying to turn them into the best team of the future possible before we move on to our chaser team. So we start off here. Hugo Madrazo is our manager. He was our scout future star from the first Chase the Ace series, so I thought that was quite fitting. We've got a preseason tournament, so let's advance to the invites and see if we can generate some extra cash here for HJK Helsinki. So we've got 3 competitions here to have a look at. I think we'll just go with whatever's got the most money. We're only simulating, so if we can generate some extra funds, we are allowed to sign real players for this team in the first season. So let's jump into it. So, if you haven't already caught up with us, we are in the Liga 3. We've completely changed all of the leagues around here. And of course, we have taken control of HJK Helsinki, the Finnish side. So we've got a lot of things to take care of. We need to turn this team into a powerhouse of football. And basically, what the whole campaign is that we're going to set them up in here in the first season, pick a team, whoever finishes the lowest that we can get a job for here at the end of the season, and see who can win the Bundesliga first and foremost. So we need to get scouting, we need to check objectives, and of course we need to use that catalog item, financial takeover. Let's get Helsinki some cash. Alright, so I've got a financial takeover here in the catalogue. We are going to redeem that one. So before this financial takeover kicks in, we've only got 1.8 million to play with. So obviously we need some coin. We'll have to wait till that ticks over, and then we can start looking and seeing if we want to bring in some transfer targets. We've also gone ahead and put in some really high potential players. They're not the highest of ratings at this stage, but obviously we're building a team for the future. So if you haven't watched the setup video, you've probably got no idea what's going on here, but we've got Arp and Hung Kwang Song up front, Foden there from Manchester City, Davies on the left from Vancouver Whitecaps, Torres is on the right hand side, Hakimi, Pieri, Varnier, Ribios across the back, and Vieira is there, the central defensive midfielder from Leeds, of course. And Rossi is the goalkeeper. We've got Dragowski, Dalot, and Zaracho there as substitutes here. Busquets, Foyth, Sancho, Guiri, Edwards, and Gomez. So some high-class talent in this team. They will grow. A lot of them have potential of 85 to more. And hopefully they stick around here at this team, carry these boys into the Bundesliga, and really put up a fight as we will try and chase them down at the later stages of this career mode. We'll take a quick look at the objectives. Youth development isn't too much of a worry for them, but we're definitely going to be setting up an academy and trying to find some real talent to bring through for the future. Brand exposure, sell out, yep, that's fine. Domestic success, they want us a mid-table finish. Well, I'm going to try and push this team as far as we can. We want them to try and get promoted as quickly as possible, so they are actually an ace team that we are trying to chase down and financially reduce the wages by €5,000 a week. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, you are, of course, able to train. You can train every week, and I suggest you do, because that will get this team up to a higher level a lot quicker, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with. So make sure you're training those players. Well, our financial takeover has kicked in. We now have €37 million to play with, and I'll go around and see if there's any players worth bringing into this squad. We also want to set up our youth academy, so let's see if we can get some decent scouts in here. We're not going to be able to go full on, but we'll get this lad in here. 5-star, 5-star, just what we wanted straight off the bat. And have we got another one? Ooh, a 4-star, 3-star, fair enough. Right, I'm going to send these lads out, but if you guys want to leave me some comments down below on countries that you'd like to see scouted throughout this career mode, I'll take a look at those. Give them some thumbs up on countries you think deserve to have players brought into this series, and we'll get, scouting through the entire career mode with the guys that you choose, or the countries, should we say. But I'm going to go out and find some players. We probably need players from everywhere. We need to really bolster this team up. They've only got a squad of 20 at the moment, so we've got some room to play with. So I've sent all 3 scouts out just to their home country to start with, France, Slovakia, and the Korea Republic. 3 months for any. That should bring us back a decent pool of talent, and we'll get those into the lads to start growing for the future. Now, taking a quick look at our squad here, I don't really want to make any signings here in the first transfer. We know a lot of these lads are already showing great potential, so they're going to get to a decent rating, that is for sure. But we'll see how the season pans out here with these lads. And maybe in January we'll spend some of that money just to bolster areas that we may be lacking in. But hopefully we can get the job done with these lads as they grow through the season. So let's get into the simulations, get those youth scouts back and start building this squad. Now, I will check in on the other leagues because we've sent teams all over the world, transferred them in and out of all the German tiers. So there could be teams from any German league that could just be playing anywhere at the moment because we've obviously brought teams in here. So we will keep an eye on to see how those leagues are going out. Hellische FC is there in the Argentinian league. In Australia, there was a few teams. So Dresden, Dusseldorf, and Union Berlin have moved to the A-League. In Austria... Oh, is it Wolfsberger? I'm not too sure who went. I know at least one team went to the Austrian League. Belgium, Berlin has gone to Belgium. Okay. Brazil, I'm not sure we brought any Brazilian teams across. Chile, we definitely brought one team in. So SV Meppen are over there. In Colombia, I'm not sure we brought a Colombian side across. Denmark, I don't think we brought a Danish team in. Now, England will be the interesting one. Hamburg, Heidenheim, Mönchengladbach, Nuremberg are all there in the Premier League. In the Championship, what have we got? Mainz are there in the Championship and Grossbach. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, as the seasons go through, where these teams, whether they get promoted over in these other divisions as well. Freiburg there in League 1. And in League 2, Fortuna, Köln, and Köln, so a bit of a derby there. We'll see if they can make their way up from League 2. In the French League, I know we brought a couple of teams across, but I'm not sure if there was any from the first division. Whoops, hold up. Augsburg's gone to Liga 2. Alright, we'll skip over Germany just quickly and check what else is happening on. Darmstadt is in the Italian League along with Paderborn. And in the second division, Sandhausen is over there. Japan, we made one move, Gamba Osaka. So is that Vissel Kobe has gone to Japan. Korea, there was a move as well. Hanover are in the Korean League. Mexico, there was a couple of teams. Karlsruhe SC. They've moved over. We'll keep an eye on all of these leagues. The Netherlands, they got a couple as well. Norway, I don't think we brought any Norwegian teams. Poland, there was definitely a team. Frankfurt are in the Polish League. Portugal, there might have been one team from memory. Ireland, Werder Bremen 2 got put in there. The Russians, there was one in Duisburg. Saudi Arabia, they have got, is it Carl Zeiss Jena? Scotland, Magdeburg and Stuttgart are in the Scottish League. Spain, there wasn't too many teams from Spain that got brought over, so what have we got here? Is there any there? Too sure, maybe in the seconds. Oh, I don't know, you guys probably know better than me. Sweden, no. Switzerland, yes. I've definitely made a change there. There's a couple from the Turkish League, a lot from the United States. Dortmund, well, they've already had their season. Dortmund have just lickety split that one open. Yeah, there's a few German teams there into the USA, and then obviously we put some in the rest of the World League as well. But that is all. We'll keep an eye on that as we move through. Well, as for the German leagues, this is how we're set up if you didn't watch the lottery video or the setup guide. So in the Bundesliga, it's HJK Athens, Ajax, Arsenal, Celtic, Barcelona, FC20, Forest Green, Fulham, Firth, Hamilton, Hansa Rostock, Legia Warsaw, Manchester United, Oxford United, Portland Timbers, Anderlecht, Senju, Sangmu, and Vitesse. So an interesting group there. It's going to be interesting to see how these things do pan out. We move into Bundesliga 2. We've got Bremen, Chamois FC, Columbus Crew, Cruz Azul, Galatasaray, Gamba Osaka, the Japanese contingent, Leipzig, Liverpool, Minnesota United, Newcastle Jets from Australia, Newcastle United, Orlando Pirates, Parma, Perth Glory from the A-League, Benfica, Udinese, Wellington Phoenix, the New Zealand team from the A-League, and Zenit. And of course, the Liga 3 where we sit at the moment is Accrington, Al Ahly, America, that is from the Mexican League, Bayern Munich, CD Palestino, FC Dallas, Finn Harps, HJK Helsinki, who we have control of, Inter Milan, LA Galaxy, Leverkusen, Millwall, New York City FC, Olympiacos, PSV, Red Bull Salzburg, River Plate, Shakhtar Donetsk, Tigres, and Toronto FC. So an interesting group. Hopefully we can do well here with HJK Helsinki, push them towards the top of the table. You do feel that Bayern Munich will be the big team to beat in this league. But let's get simulating and see how the boys can play it out. Well, we've got the preseason tournament. We've got Darmstadt, and it's a 2-0 victory. Foden and Zaracho with goals. Next up, we have Charleroi, and it's a 1-1 draw. Han Kwan Song with the goal. And our third group is against Reading. It's a 0-0 draw, and Davies has picked himself up an injury. Well, we've got Sheffield United in our semi-final. It's a 2-2 draw, but we lose 4-3 on penalties. Well, we get our Liga 3 campaign underway here against Bayer Leverkusen. Han Kwan Song puts in a goal in the first minute. It ends up being a 1-1 draw. Game 2 is against Al Ahly. Sancho's put in a penalty in the second minute. They equalise in the 10th, but it's a 2-1 victory. Torres scores in the 85th. The next game of the season here is against New York City FC, and it's a 1-0 victory. Foden with a goal in the 76th minute. Our first scout reports are back here. We've got Korea, who has brought us back. That is not very good. Jung Sang-Chen, probably not the best. And Sung Soo-Oh, 60 grand. Not going to sign them in. We do need some squad depth, though, very, very quickly. Slovakia brings us back a goalkeeper in Ladislav Kovac, 400 grand. He's coming straight into the academy. Cherne at... wanted him for another month. Skaliki can be rejected. Another goalkeeper in Cyril Tesserik. Well, there's two decent goalkeepers. And Dazelle will hold on to. Now, France, what have you brought us back? That is rubbish. You're crap. You've got no face. No, thank you. And, well, I'm not signing no-face players. You can bugger off. How does France have no-face players? Next up, we take on the LA Galaxy, who aren't having the best of seasons. They do have Ibrahimovic, though, so you assume that they would be a fairly solid team. It is a 0-0 draw, and Busquets gets himself an injury. Next game is against Accrington Bastard Stanley, and it's a 2-1 victory. Hakimi and Torres with goals, but Pierre's got himself injured, and we may be a little bit thin on squad depth. All right, the two lads in the youth academy, both Slovakian goalkeepers in Tesserik and Kovac, we will sign both of them in because we need the squad depth, or we may have to forfeit games. So let's get both of these lads contracts. It's the first round of the DFB Pokal, and we've got the Mexican side in Tigres. And it's a 2-1 victory. Dalot and Foden checking in for a goal in penalty extra time. Next up, we take on a PSV at home. It's a 2-1 victory. Han Kwan Song and Gomez with goals. Well, the transfer window is shut. We didn't make any signings, but we've got another youth squad report back here. Chang can bugger off. O's going to go. Sun Hee So, great name, but see you later. Han Young Mun, no. Where is the talent from Korea? Oh, it's in a bloody no-faced warrior. See you later. Back to Slovakia. Cherne's looking all right. Dolzia we're going to reject. Tesserik, no. Ryber, pass. Kovac, no. Come on, where's the talent? You're hot up. Yeah, we'll sign him in. And Novak, no, thank you. I think we'll give Cherne a crack here. Sign him in. And France, what have you got for me? That's rubbish. That is ridiculously shit. Millet, we'll monitor him. Hired as well. We'll give them another chance. Patrice Renault. Yeah, why not? I'll take that. No, you can piss off. And Aubert, I'm going to reject as well. Rolling into September now, we are being hosted here by Inter Milan, and we go down 3-1. They look like they could be a decent side this season. Next up, we host FC Dallas for a 3-1 victory. Pierre with an injury. Next game we have is CD Palestino, and it's a 1-0 victory. We're picking up a few injuries here to our defenders, though. Taking on the Finn Harps at home, we send some of our reserves player out to get them some minutes, and it's a 2-0 victory. Well done, boys. Foden is really ripping it up here at the moment. We are away to River Plate for a 2-1 loss. Alright, first of the month, and we've got a U Squad monthly report. Johanna 71 to 91, Patrice Renault 71 to 91, and Kazimir Cernay is a 74 to 90. We'll monitor those lads, and we need some talent coming through. Final scout report from Korea, and it's just really brought us back nothing worth signing. Eugene Park, no, you're rubbish too. And no Korean signings in 3 months. That is poor. Slovakia is bringing us back a few players here. Obviously, the 5-star scout. We'll pass on at Novak, Sakura, Bartos, Dalibor Martinek, 200 grand. We'll sign him in. And Branislav Yellen at 100 grand. No, reject. And will the French bring us some players here? We'll hold Millet there for now. We're going to reject. No, we can reject. Albert, reject. Garnier, reject. Oh, mate, it's all just rubbish, isn't it? There we go. Alexander Mellat. We'll sign him. He's got high potential. Blondieu, reject. And do we want Pascal Miller, 5'9". We'll bring him into the academy for now. Right, so I'm going to send these lads off once again. Let's get some more countries involved in this competition. All right, we've gone to Germany because we're playing in the German league. We obviously need some Finnish talent into this HJK Helsinki side. And why not? I'm going to Australia. Right, next up we take on Olympiakos, the Greek side. It's a 0-0 draw and Varnia's got himself injured. Right, next up we have Millwall. Varnia is out for 2 months and there's a big injury for our squad. And it ends up being a 1-1 draw with a goal to Torres. We take on Hamilton in the second round of the DFB Pokal. And we lose on penalties, 5-4. Ouch. Next up is the Mexican side, America, and it's a 2-1 loss. The boys are starting to falter here a little bit. They're probably getting tired with the amount of squad depth we've got. All right, another U Squad monthly report. Martinek 73 to 94. Mallet 77 to 94, really low overall at this stage. Yohota 71 to 87 has dropped off. Renault 76 to 94. Millet 77 to 94, and Kazimir Cernay is a 72 to 86. He has dropped off the perch, but we might need him for squad depth, so we'll hold the academy for now. Our first scout report is back from Australia. Oscar Wilson 76 to 89. We'll hold him there, as long as, well, Ethan Evans. Oliver Shaw, we'll just hold these lads here. I mean, you're rubbish, so you can go. And Ethan Collins, all right, we'll hold those 4 lads. All right, we want some Finnish talent. Ascari, you are shit. Karelia looks all right. I'm going to sign him into the academy. Yurmeninen, 6'6", could be handy. We'll keep an eye on him. Vitola, not much better. And Vatanen is rubbish. And Germany brings us back Ludwig, 70 to 94. We'll monitor him. Schmidt, we'll monitor him as well. Felix the Wolf can be rejected. Meyer, rejected. Schneider, 200 grand. Boom, that's a player we want. Get him in. Benjamin Brandt will hold. And Stefan Kraus can be rejected. Right, we do need a little bit of squad depth, so I am going to promote Frank Schneider to the team. A right back, 200 grand. I think we're going to have to bring in Cernay as well. All right, next up it is Red Bull Salzburg. It's a 1-1 draw. Davies gets a goal. Next up it is Toronto FC. It's a 1-1 draw. Well, it's time to take on the big boys in Bayern Munich. And, well, they've put out an interesting team here, underestimating the power of HJK Helsinki. But you'd assume that they would run over the top, and they do 4-0. Right, we are into December. A lot of these players are still 15 years of age, so they can't make their way in. Really has dropped right off to an 84. Martinek looking good. Mallet's looking all right. Yohota, he's dropped off as well. Renard and Millet. We're going to need some players in very, very soon. I'll take on Tigris again for the second time, I think, this season. And it's a 2-1 victory. Foden and Han Kwan-song with goals. Australia is back once again. Oscar Wilson, we're still keeping an eye on. Ethan Evans as well. Oliver Shaw, we're going to release. Collins can go. Lance Cook, you've got no face. 625 grand, but you've got no face. Fuck off. Fucking shit game. Oh, that pisses me off something for all. It really does. I just can't believe that a generated player can have no face. I mean, come on, sir. All right, Finland, come on. Let's get the 6'6" in. Katola, we'll mark him a bit longer. Koskinen looks okay. We'll monitor him. Laxinen as well. Anton, I just don't know. We're just not getting the players we want, are we? Come on, Germany. Where's the big Germans? Ludwig, Schmidt. Monitor them further. Benjamin Brandt as well. Schinkel's rubbish. Hansen's rubbish. Scharfer's rubbish. Tobias Winter will monitor further. Another Wolf can piss off. Oh, mate, where's the talent? Right, away here against Shakhtar, and it's a 2-1 loss. Davies gets himself red carded. Vieira injured. All right, let's get into a little bit of a game, shall we? We're at the Telia 5G Arena, of course. Helsinki hosting by Leverkusen. Now, we've got some red cards, we've got some injuries, but we'll get a chance here just to have a look at how this squad performs with us actually in control. I definitely won't be used to the formation, and I've got no idea how any of these players work, so this could be an absolute debacle if I don't get on it nice and early. Bayer Leverkusen, definitely a strong side into this Liga 3 competition. And, well, Volland would probably be scoring a few goals. There is the current table, and we sit in 9th position. Bayern Munich at the top, just where we expected. The interesting one there is America from the Mexican League sitting in 2nd position. So this should be a decent game. Hopefully we can play these boys into some form, because they are down on luck, and that seems to be a few extra losses coming in. So we go with Rossi between the sticks, Hakimi, Pieri, Foyth, and Riveros across the back line. Busquets will play central defensive midfield, Vieira coming back from injury. Sancho on the left, Davies has been red carded. Foden in the cam role, Zaracho on the right, Arp and Han Song up front. I've not used any of these players in a career mode ever, so this should be a little bit of fun. Let's go. Plays it out wide, Sancho inside, Han Song finds Arp. What's he got up his sleeve? What's he got in his locker? Not much. From Busquets. And Song plays it through, gets the run here from Arp. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Gets in. HJK Helsinki make it 1-0 through Arp. It's a class finish, a good run. And they make it 1-0 after 12 minutes here at the, what is it? The Telia G Arena. And some good play there. Korean whips it out. Art makes his way forward and waits for the keeper to run, and then finishes it. It's 1-0. Sancho. Rivieros drives his way down the line. He's got some space to move here. Brings it into the back post for Arp. He can't get on the end. There's Hakimi. Oh, that is a rough challenge. Did not want to let his man through there, did Lars Bender. He'll definitely get a card for his troubles. It's a yellow. Well, that's the whistle for half-time. We've got the lead, but it's only 1-0. Oh, hello, Leverkusen. Whipping inside, and Schreck gets the goal. 49 minutes gone. They're straight back into it after half-time. He touches the badge like it's the only thing he's ever seen. Gives it a kiss like it was his mother. Good night. And that makes it 1-1. Well, an interesting pass out wide. Not really being marked there. And a clinical ball inside. The whip past Rossi and make it 1-1. There's Foden. Drives his way forward. And Croissant. Gets the cross inside. Oh, yes! Gets it! It's up again. Oh, he's having a field day. A lovely ball inside and an exquisite finish from the big man. Lovely work from the Korean. And Arp just comes in, bosses his way in the box. Well, he's got the finish there. Not sure if it came off the defender's head as well, but Arp will claim that one, you'd assume, and that makes it 2-1 in favour of Helsinki. Gets in. 2 goals. Riveros. Foden. Finds Arp, who is on a hat-trick. Finds the opening. Arp! Oh! Rails the crossbar. Unlucky. Shoots one out the back. He's got a lot of work here for Zaracho to do, and he does well, Zaracho. Brings it back inside, finds Foden. He'll slip it off for Arp! Oh, good save. Oh, good save. Well, let's make 3 changes. Arp needs to check out with Sancho and whoever's playing on the right-hand side. So 2 new wingers and a new striker. Hakimi lays it off. Busquets. Oh! What a lovely finish from Busquets. That is a cracking goal from his central offensive midfielder. And Helsinki make it 3-1 in the 87th minute. Oh, that is a class finish from downtown from the big lad. Well, I've just decided to pull the trigger. Where is he? On the edge of the circle. And bang, in it goes, 3-1. Well, there's the whistle. We secure 3 points for HJK Helsinki. Well, 9 shots to 7. It was an even contested performance, but Han Kwai-song gets the 9.5 man of the match. All right, it is the 1st of January. That means the transfer window is open. We've got Yilmari Nurminen, 71 to 87. Karelia has dropped right off. We're actually going to release him, unfortunately. Martinek is a 92. Mallet is a 90. Yahota, 82. He's dropped off as well. We're going to have to release him. Renard and Millet. So we need some players because we've only got half a season left to really fill out this squad. I might have to bring some signings in this transfer window. All right, let's do a squad report and see how the team is progressing. Rossi is up 3 to a 76. Dragowski up 2 to a 73. Kovacs up 1 to a 72. Tesserik is a 63, up 2. Hakimi 74, up 1. Dalot 71, up 2. Schneider 58, up 1. Pierre is a 70, up 2. Foyth 71, up 3. Varnier 71, up 1. Riviera 71, up 3. Vieira 72, up 2. Busquets 69, up 3. Zarancho 71, up 2. Edward 69, up 3. Torres 74, up 2. Cherne 58, up 3. Davies is 71, up 1. Sancho 71, up 3. Foden 72, up 3. Gomez 69, up 2. Arps is 72, up 3. Han Kwai-song 71, up 3. Jury is a 70, up 3. So we definitely need to bring some players in. I might have to make some signings, spend some of this cash just to give them some squad depth, and hopefully we can get some good youngsters through in the second half of this season. All right, let's have a quick look at some of the league leaders, and it's Skoko from River Plate with 12, and Muller from Bayern Munich with 12, and De Boer with FC Red Bull Salzburg with 12. Our top goal scorer is Torres with 8. I think he is playing on a wing. Assist-wise, Muller. Mate, he is having a field day, isn't he? Han Kwai-song's got 5. And yeah, we're going to need to find something. Clean sheets. Rossi's in there with 4, but it's Hayatov from Shakhtar Donetsk with 8 clean sheets. All right, let's take a look around as it is in January. Barcelona is leading the Bundesliga by 3 points over Anderlecht. Arsenal, Manchester United and Ajax all about. Celtic as well. It is Sanju Sangmu, the Korean side. Forest Green and Hamilton are at the bottom of the first division. Bundesliga 2, it is Liverpool at the top on 47 points. Benfica sit in second, Galatasaray in third. Newcastle, Gamba Osaka and the Wellington Phoenix are towards the bottom of the table. So an interesting group going on there. And finally, for us, it's Bayern Munich on top of the table by 8 points over City America from Mexico. Shakhtar Donetsk is sitting third, Inter Milan in fourth. We are sitting in 8th position, mid-table at the moment, so we probably need to bring in some marquee players just to really help solidify this team, because the youth prospects aren't really coming through. It's Accrington and Finn Harps at the bottom. That is where we will finish up episode 1. Episode 2 will be the second half of this simulation kind of season. We'll try and get another game in, maybe take on Bayern if possible. But yeah, hopefully we can bring in some more youth prospects. Give me some countries down below that you'd like me to see scout throughout the series, and we will see you in episode number 2. I'm Sparring DK, this is Chase the Ace. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.